All right, jump on or jump off, but here we go. I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I don't pretend to be. I don't want to be. I just want to be me. But here I've got my incubator. See that cute? See that one right there? That's huge. It's like twice the size as the one next to it. I've got it marked. It's upside down, but M23. The one next to it, M24. That's M for macho, and it was the 23rd is when I grabbed it. That one's R27 for red. Boy, again, upside down, I know, but the 27th. And I just have one side marked. Now, what I'm doing, because that big one right there, it doesn't fit. It has an automatic turner, but it doesn't fit. So I do it manually. I just took that automatic turner out. So marking the top of it with the boy and the day, so I can keep track of who goes where, and I don't want to cause any inbreeding. Because I hatch my own, I keep my own roosters. I try to keep them separated and some of the hens separated by keeping the top side marked, so that way every hour or two I come around and I flip them over, and I just kind of keep them all synced up like that. Here you can see these sweet potatoes. I'll get around to showing you how that's done. That one's little, but it's getting there. But like these ones here, here's my hand. That should be ready to, basically I just twist that off and put it in water or something. Usually water so you can see it, but you could probably use moist potting mix. Usually you use water, I guess. And then it'll start to root. I think you'd probably pinch some of these. That's what I would do. I would pinch some of these smaller leaves off so it's not wasting so much energy keeping these big leaves alive. Give it a couple, sure. But at that point, it's trying to grow roots. So by leaving all these big honking leaves on there, you're just creating more work and in essence more stress. So you pinch some of those leaves off and then it can focus on rooting. But that's not, I guess that's not the focus of what I'm doing today. I have ADD or something. ADHD. More hyper. More hyper, but another thing that's not the focus of today. There's another, kind of though, because it'll trail into it. There's another sweet potato. And then I've got, these are my stevia. Get down here. Ah! Look at that. So that's pretty representational. Okay, look, that one back there, it's getting a bit taller. It's going up past my light. I probably need to prune that down a little bit. Not too much though. I might leave it. It'll all go outside when it warms up, but it needs to be quite a bit warmer. I might prune it just because I might get a little bit of a harvest off of it. Some of it really does not, like this one does not like being in this cup. But whatever, you'll have that. A lot of them are, this one's doing really good. A lot of these are doing really good. Take the good with the bad. But the reason I came in here, and it does tie into it, I've got this ginger. It's just one right there. But the problem I'm facing is that ginger likes to germinate at a much higher temperature than I have the house set. The house is set at like 72. And that's fine for growing it. But I did this, I've been keeping it. I tried to get this to start like a month or two ago, even in the house. Wasn't warm enough. Now it didn't rot and die back, but it has not grown any roots or anything. Here's where it should be, but it's not. There's a few of them in here. They're not doing anything. I just kind of dug them up and then ordered some heating mats, heating pads. There's one. So that's really what this is about, demonstrating the heating pads. That one's got a root, but I don't know. That one might have had one on there to begin with. And there's a little one. I don't know if that'll do anything or not. Trying to dig these up. That's just a clump of dirt. I'm even gonna even dig this one up if I can. Show you what this one's a mature one. I'll probably cut down into pieces. It's not that big, but I can probably get a couple of pieces off of that. It's actually supposed to get a lot. This is Jamaican ginger. Jamaican ginger. See if there's any more. That one's starting to rot. That one's been in there too long, starting to rot. There's Chinese ginger and stuff too, but there's different varieties, sure. Yeah, this one I'll clean up. I'll show you how to clean it up, and it's only a little one. In case you were wondering, I'll show you. I mean, you take that and break it into separate pieces, and from those separate pieces, you'll end up with larger plants. But it's been growing slow because it's been too cold. It prefers, tropical type, like 80 degrees plus, which I can kind of keep it alive in the house, but it doesn't grow very much. So that's what I do is like in the winter. Pardon me. You gotta get up. But yeah, in the winter I bring it inside the house. But the thermostat, I'm not made out of money. 72. Keeps it alive, sustains it. I don't know, 72 is pretty comfortable. I don't know. Fill some of that air time. Like what do you guys keep your house at? Am I spoiled at 72? Should I keep it lower or higher? But we do have we're not burning a shit ton of fossil fuels we're using, what's this guy called, a water furnace? It's noisy, but they did give it some kind of a dampener or something. It's just geothermal, and then the water goes out right there. Comes in. Where does it come in? This, no. Where it goes? Oh, right there. Comes in. It's just like a half-inch pipe, maybe. Comes in. Again, see, squirrel. I'm like ADHD. Too many things all at once, but. Look at all these other squirrely projects I have going on. More seeds that I got saved. If I get them grains, I get them organic, or sometimes I do other things, but I got more than one trick up my sleeve. But down in the basement, it's even colder. That one shows you 64 in here, 63 maybe. I wanted to show you. Now that's fine if you're doing arugula, spinach, loose leaf lettuce. Apparently sugarcane is fine with it. It might also depend on the variety. But yeah, so I've got these right there. You can see there's a mat, a heating mat, instead of a bare wood mat, heating mat. And there's the little thermometer, thermostat, whatever. I turn it on for the first time. I can set the temp. Let's see, right now it says the real temp is set. How is it even? Real temp is 75. Set temp 95. See that? Oh, that's what it says. 76. It must be warming up. I don't know if I want it that high. I think I want it around, I think 85. I could maybe go down to 80, but I'm going to be doing ginger and all these different peppers and tomatoes. I'll double check the packets if I need to adjust it, but yeah, that one says 6. That makes more sense, 66. It's warming up though. Do the same thing, set it to 85. I've got 2 of these. I'm gonna do, yeah. And these four trays is how many I can fit on there. Peppers, tomatoes, and I got all these tomatoes here, which are ones that I saved from last year. So I got Sun Gold cherry, just your regular cherry, red cherry. There's a Better Boy tomato. Oh, it looks nasty and gross, doesn't it? I just took a tomato and let it rot down right there. Same thing here. This was a beefsteak, kind of a beefsteak tomato. Oh, it was disgusting. Why would you ever do that? Zebra beefsteak. So I got all these ones that I'm going to start. I don't know if I'm going to start my cucumbers yet. Those usually go fast and they take a long time before they're ready to go out. But basically, I'm going to leave that there to the thermometer to kind of double check, you know, if this thermostat is working or not. 64 at the moment. That's what it says. We'll see how long it takes before it actually warms up. But in the meantime, all I'm going to do, because I got this ginger here. Seems like a lot of back and forth, doesn't it? Oh, and the noise from the geothermal. Oh, that's swell. I got all, these are all empty. They did have stuff in it. Looks like something's trying to grow back. Oh, a little cayenne pepper is growing in there. Well, some of these are germinating. And that's fine. If they grow, fine. I'll have extras. Gonna go get my trusty little pocket knife. Now, do you guys, you can tell me down below, anybody that does gardening, cooking, stuff like that, homesteading, you got to have a good knife, right? You got to have a good trusty knife. How do you like to sharpen yours? Do you use the, I mean, if you're a chef, you probably have a sharpener, right? This one's, oh, this camera will never show it. These ones go vertical, straight up and down. I like my straight blade. It's very easy to sharpen. Hope I don't get in trouble. I hope you don't see a no-no here. But, uh-oh. It's a no-no. It's a no-no. Oh, God. Stone with the 2 different grain, the 2 different grit. Grain, yeah, grit. 2 different grits. There's the fine and then there's the coarse. Or one of these guys. Same thing. It's got the fine and the coarse. I mean, I'll use this sometimes if I'm in a hurry, but usually I like to use a stone. Or I don't know if it's in here. This is kind of like my little bug out bag. It's got like a canteen. Titanium, so it can stand up to heat, like if I need to boil water. Maybe I want to make tea or something. Got my little fishing kit in there. Where's my... I thought I had. It's such a mess in here. Oh. You live in a barn? I live in a barn. Oh, I got a ferrocerium rod. Who knows what a ferrocerium rod is? Show me how smart you are. I don't know how smart. I don't know how smart the people watching these are. Oh, and before I get too far along, like, share, subscribe. It's kind of silly for me to make these videos and then nobody, like, it doesn't get around, like nobody watches. Oh, that's a stupid little multi-tool. That ain't even a good one. Why do I have that in here? Well, ADD, ADHD. Open another squirrely thing. I got my pocket knife. You didn't see that. There they escaped again. Those ornery birds escaped again. He's like, quit. Quit spying on me. Quit telling me what to do. Quit telling me what to doodle do. Oh, there goes the other one. Ernie. He's the one that just hopped up there. Do you see him? There goes the duck. Oh, good Lord. I hope you can. Got like a nature preserve going on here. Oh, there she is. There's Ernie. Say, but that's worth protecting, don't you think? Some do, some don't. I think it is. I think they're just wonderful. But back to what I was doing. They're just cute. Let's do a little thermometer check over here and see if it's warming. I don't know how long it takes for that stuff to actually warm up. See if it's making a lick of difference. Not yet, anyway. Check the. It says the real temp is 83. It also told me not to touch it, but. Doesn't. I mean, I can feel a little heat coming off of that. I don't feel much. It said not to touch it, but I'm touching it. I don't feel that warm. I can feel it. I can feel some. I feel it. I feel there's some temperature there. I can feel it's warming up, but I'm like, I don't know how long that's going to take. So in the meantime, and that's why I double check with the real thermometer. Here we go again, back and forth, back and forth. So in case you were wondering, though, yeah, like you can do. These are my onion starts, but if you have, like you've got a green thumb, you like to express that. Guess what? You can grow some wild onions, green onions, chives, that kind of thing, under some simple shop lights. And look at that. Look at that. Look at all them. Well, these are three rows wide and 5 rows deep. You could obviously do it a lot more. And then those are going to be my yellow and red onions that go out in the garden. Actually, pretty soon you can get. And then these ones are a little more separated. Garlic chives, you can tell because they're a thinner, flatter leaf. Which again, I don't know if the camera is showing it. But a thinner, flatter leaf, that's usually going to be your garlic chives. I've got goji berries going in here. I've got little baby carrots. I've got little baby kale. Something else I just brought. Apparently, I've got some cayenne peppers sprouting in there. I labeled it, so I know that's what's going on. Some sweet potatoes that aren't doing diddly at the moment. The ones upstairs are doing a lot better. I also have, these are called hardy kiwi. And I'm trying to wake them up, and you can see that, maybe that little tiny green dot if it'll focus. It's just starting to wake up. And then there's another little tiny green dot. Again, I don't know if it'll focus. It's so tiny. But there's a little tiny green dot there. And so these are the kind of kiwis that you get in Indiana. They're about the size of a grape, but that's what you get in Indiana. That's what you get. I'm trying to wake them up in here and let them. Kind of like my goji berries. They need time. I don't think you really want to plant them straight out. I think you want to wait until they're a little older, a little bigger, a little more established. Or else you got to put them in a very sheltered spot outdoors. And I'm like, or I could just shelter them in here. So, we're finally back on track. Got my ginger here, and I'm gonna prune the leaf off because while I'm trying to get it to root, this is going to be taking up too much energy away from the plant. And then all these other roots here, I know it seems kind of, I'm going to take those off too. Trying to get it to basically start over. You could probably leave them on, I don't know if I would. And then this one to me looks like, if I can get it to focus, there is it's almost like two separate rhizomes right there. I hope I'm showing it. Can't see what I'm showing or not, but right there is where I'm going to write in half and divide it. So that one will become two, and they'll get bigger, just so long as they're warm. They weren't warm enough. You could leave them in chunks like that, but something I kind of want to get as many of these going as I can, especially now that I know I have a heating pad. So that one I'll leave alone. That one I'll leave alone. And I can come back later and show you if it worked. I don't know why it wouldn't. Those heating pads kick in. I just got those off ye old internet, ye old interweb. Let's see. I don't know if it makes sense to devote an entire heating pad to just this whole tray, but to just one. We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Little pieces of root here, but I guess I'm going to. And I'm just going to cover it in some potting mix. Slap a label on it, usually some masking tape and a Sharpie. It's like you do this for one thing, and then I'm going to have to go back through it. I'm going to have to do this again for bell peppers, and then you saw those cherry tomatoes, beefsteak tomatoes. You know, and make sure they stay labeled so that way I know what I've got at what stage, what came up, what didn't. If I got to start something over, maybe the seeds were bad. Maybe I overwatered and drowned them, you know, because these things happen. So I want to keep track of what is what. Organization. You got to have good organization skills. Organizing, I don't mean like a criminal organization, but there's my ADHD again. I don't know if I can do, well, might as well. I blame it on my ADD, baby. Can I do that? You guys aren't going to tell, right? I'm kind of telling on myself. Is that copyrighted or something? Is that going to get me booted off the internet for using shit I found on the internet? I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Why do they do half the things they do? I'm not sure I follow, but it's the world we live in. We only got the one, so it's important to take care of it. We are called, if any of you are even remotely religious, remotely, I'd say Christian. I don't know if some of the other religions talk about this or not, but we are called to be good stewards. Good stewards. We need to kind of maybe remind each other of that that's actually something we're called to do, is to take care of the earth, to take care of the planet, to take care of our home, because whether we like it or not, we're only going to live for basically a short amount of time, and then the next generation takes over. And so we want to make sure, we should want to make sure anyway, that what we're leaving to them is, you know, survivable. Again, whether you like it or not, I mean, I don't know that anybody likes this fact, but we all go to that by and by, you know. All of us. No one escapes that. We all pass on wherever it is you want to pass on to. Maybe Valhalla or maybe heaven or wherever, but we all do it. And so, this life, the reason that it's important to be a good steward and to leave behind something for the next generation. You imagine if you were born into basically a hellscape because we didn't take good care, our parents didn't take good care of it. That would suck. All right, so we are called to take care of this place. We're called to be good stewards and to take good care of the place. And the other thing, usually keep it right over here. My masking tape and my presidential pen. He always likes to sign stuff in Sharpie. Whatever. Today's actually the 1st, so I'll put that too. Ginger. I will try to spell Jamaica. I think that's how you spell it. And then I put 3-1-26 because that's when I started it, and that gives me an idea of when I should start to see. I guess it'd be like germination. It's a little bit different because it's a rhizome. It's not like I'm starting a seed, I'm starting a rhizome. Still, I should want to see something popping up. Whether it be, I guess, shoots. Look at all that. See, these are just shop lights. You don't see any purple or anything because I didn't buy grow lights. I bought shop lights. I just knew what spectrum to grab. There's a clue. A lot of them say daylight. If you're interested in doing something like this, if you're watching my channel, I don't know why you're not starting something like this. I mean, if you're just watching it because you think I'm entertaining, I guess that's cool too. But you just like watching a grown man struggle. You sick, sadistic. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That's not gonna. Well, I don't care. Like I said, I'm not here to make you happy. I'm here to do the job. So that still said, well, that kind of ticked up a little bit, didn't it? Just a little tiny bit, 66 instead of 65. It might be working its way up. I don't, I mean, maybe because of the way it's just supposed to kind of, it's not supposed to, it's not a frying pan. It's not meant to cook the thing. It's just meant to keep the root zone warm. So anyway, I'll keep an eye on that. And I've got all these other ones to do. Got 7 more trays to go that'll fit on these mats. Tomatoes and peppers and whatnot. So I will give you guys, I guess I'll give you guys an update when it's done, or maybe when I start to see things sprouting. But until then, grow up.